Hello there everyone, guys, my name is Stralo and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Some bad news just came out. Bitcoin was showing us a little bit of hope into the upside with that breakout to the upside. And we just had some news where DOJ is considering to actually pursue criminal charges for fraud against Binance. And there was also quite a bit of other news that I really cannot wait to share with you guys. I was not planning to make a video today because we're really chilling out in LA. Look at this view. This is actually LA right there. Absolutely fantastic, but I cannot keep this information from you guys. And I mean, I'm responsible for my viewers, for my subscribers. So guys, if you appreciate this, I'm gonna be jumping into all the news, everything that is happening right now. Everything is ready for you to see. If you appreciate these updates, we are one of the fastest growing crypto YouTube channels out there in the world, in the bear market, which is crazy. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and also comment down below, call me Mr. Spot On down in the comments for the algorithm, so many more people join in and become a part of this crypto family. And thank you very much. Really, I really appreciate it, because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Okay, without any further ado, let's just jump right into the juice. And just a brief reminder that if you're interested in a one-on-one mentorship where I guide you through the whole process of everything that I do personally, if it's trading or if it's investing or if it's entrepreneurship or if it's hiring people and building a team and just becoming a part of a very VIP inner circle, then you're very welcome to join. And there is a link down in the description of this video which is going to take you to this page right here, and this is where you can book a Zoom call with my team. Again, the Zoom call is free, but the mentorship and the inner circle is not free. So if you're interested in becoming a part and a member and learning all of my trading strategies and all of the stuff that I've taken, everything that I've done in my business life that ended me with a view like this, then actually you might want to jump on a call right now. And the call is free once again, and I don't really get to take in too many people, so these seats are always very, very limited. So jump on a call with my team right now to find out how much the mentorship costs, how long does it take, what kind of KPIs we're setting to achieve, and what are the results of our existing mentees, etc. So link down in the description, and the shill is out of the way, so let's just jump into the juice. And let's start with something positive. I made it this negative for Worldcoin and for all these guys behind this orb, but in my opinion, this is what I told you guys. And here is a full video on Worldcoin. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna tag it up here, so check it out. And I think that Worldcoin is just not a serious thing that someone could consider, and I'm detailing my opinion technically by providing so many facts in the video that I've just tagged up there. And Kenya suspended Worldcoin's Cant over security, privacy, and financial concerns. And guess what? This is exactly what I've spoke about in my video. So if you are a believer in Worldcoin, well, good luck to you. And I'm just seeing how everything is crumbling for them. Now, next thing that I wanted to mention before we move to the DOJ and Binance situation is that actually Bloomberg Intelligence, the odds of a spot Bitcoin ETF launching this year, 2023, are up to 65%. They started with like 1%, then they moved it up to 50%, and now they're at 65%. And guys, in my opinion, the chances of spot Bitcoin ETF are probably like 95 to 99%. I think that there's direct correlation between the success rate of BlackRock in achieving and receiving approvals for their ETF applications, together with the chance of the current Bitcoin spot ETF being approved. So BlackRock is in it for a good reason. So I think that this is even higher than 65%. So there is a huge chance that trillions of dollars will very soon, in a couple of months, get access to Bitcoin. My God, I mean, guys, I hope that you're ready for what's coming. Now, next thing that I wanted to quickly show you before we move to something really interesting is this right here, Bitcoin taker buy-sell ratio. And right now on quite a few exchanges, we're seeing this. So we're seeing spikes in this very taker buy-sell ratio. If you want to know what this is, go to Glassnode and research it. I'm just giving you an overview as to what is happening. And we're seeing a big spike right now. When we're seeing this really tight volatility band on the Bollinger Bands as well, and we're seeing the jump in the taker buy-sell ratio, this usually happens before we see a big up move. So, and this is what is starting to happen again. This is what we saw before when Bitcoin was at 15,000. This is when I told you to buy Bitcoin. This is, again, I'm going to link this video up here. It's going to be a historic video, a famous video, where I told you to buy Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at 17,000, where I bought 30 Bitcoin for myself. So, and basically, this is what we're starting to see here again. So this is something that you guys really want to pay freaking attention to. Next thing, let's quickly take a look at the technicals of Bitcoin. And I'll just be brief about this. We were very hopeful that we actually are gonna move to the upside. And right now, our main support remains about 28,000, 27.5, 28,000. And this is what we're really hoping to see sustained, because EMA ribbon is actually right there supporting us, because if we're going to be breaking down below in this wedge pattern, the target will be about potentially even something like 20k, which would be very painful for us to see, and that's something I really don't want to see, but it is possible that just based on the technicalities. So when it comes to a smaller time frame, because this is what we saw, this very interesting pattern breakout, and this is what I've mentioned to you yesterday. We had this breakout, really nice breakout, and we broke above many key levels, but then actually moved to the downside. But we are, just in all fairness, we are still hovering above it. So before, I mean, this is main support for us right now. We actually bounced off of it just in the short-term perspective. If we hold 28.8, this formation and this breakout is still valid. So maybe we'll just jog along and then go continue to the upside. But with the current DOJ fear over Binance, I'm not so sure. That's why, in the bear market, the news dominate the direction, so to speak. And the news always try to outweigh one another. So before we talk about Binance, let's quickly talk about Ethereum. And this is also, in my opinion, this is pretty huge for Ethereum, because asset managers are actually lining up to file for Ethereum futures ETFs. There are 6 asset managers currently that have sent applications to the SEC for the creation of Ethereum futures ETFs. If approved, the various Ethereum ETF offerings could go live as soon as October. Now, this is futures. I know that doesn't have any implication on direct spot Ethereum. But however, why this is huge, because everything starts usually with the futures ETF, and then once that is actually there, then they're actually gonna move on to Ethereum's spot ETF, and I'm pretty sure there will be Ethereum spot ETF as well following Bitcoin spot ETF. So this actually means that in Ethereum, just in terms of the market and what is happening, I think we're a bit, possibly we have the opportunity of being a bit earlier in Ethereum than we are currently in Bitcoin. That's why my second biggest holding currently is Ethereum. And if we're gonna quickly take a look at the price chart of Ethereum, we're gonna find out something really interesting, that we are technically still very bullish, because we are actually in this wedge that hopefully is not, again, it's a very similar pattern to what is happening in Bitcoin. And actually, if we break to the downside, and main support for us is right now at 1730. So if we break this support right here, both of these, then the road will be open down to maybe something as crazy as 1,000 per ETH. But for this, we really need to see a huge catalyst for something like this to actually happen. Otherwise, I think we're just gonna jog along and then continue to the upside sooner or later. And this, the reason, Ethereum is much more superior to Bitcoin in many regards, except for one, being this really huge, super mega decentralized store of value narrative, which Bitcoin has, and only Bitcoin. That's why it's the daddy. That's why my biggest holding is Bitcoin. But Ethereum still has a huge place in my heart and a huge place in my portfolio. And this is the current technicalities that we want to be paying attention to. Now, the big catalyst that could, in my opinion, break Ethereum to the downside from this formation I've just discussed, as well as Bitcoin as well. And actually, interestingly, one last thing about Ethereum that I wanted to show you is in the weekly chart. And right now, we are being supported by the EMA ribbon as well. And look at how tight it is. This tight, the EMA ribbon, is usually when it's flipping, or the other time when it was so tight was right at the bottom of the previous bear market. That's when, the crunch of the volatility, like the reduction of volatility. And then as we had this dispersion of and widening of the EMA ribbon, this is when the bull market and the actual up move to the upside began to the new all-time highs. So this potentially is what we are starting to see, this kind of consolidation, shakeout, and then finally breakout, and then potentially again Ethereum spot ETF as well down the road after the futures ETF. So now the biggest catalyst though in a short-term perspective for us to see the downside, and in Bitcoin, I really was hopeful for this breakout to the upside because there was some volume and there is a lot of support for us in terms of the narrative still continues, and the on-chain data doesn't lie and all the hodlers, etc. So everything is lining up for Bitcoin right now. And we had this really nice short-term breakout that could have led to something bigger and to some really serious pump to the upside and the continuation of this uptrend. But now what we have here is this. The United States Department of Justice is concerned about a run on Binance should prosecutors bring fraud charges. So what we are saying, the United States Department of Justice is reportedly considering charging cryptocurrency exchange Binance with fraud, but hesitating based on costs to consumers. This is a bit weird to read that they actually are worried about the costs on the consumers, but okay, let's skip this. They are reportedly considering fines or non-prosecution agreements for Binance rather than criminal charges in an effort to reduce the harm to consumers. So nonetheless, on these news, BNB coin has dumped a bit, and in general it is adding to the FUD, and I think that this is what is currently causing the suppression for the Bitcoin price as well. This is nothing new. We've seen this for many years. The Department of Justice has been actually investigating Binance, and therefore for me it's a bit weird that if there is so much shit that has happened, that Binance did wrong, that CZ commingled funds, whatever, why didn't they bring the charges in yet? Is this the reason that they actually want to protect the people? To be honest, guys, I don't think it's the case. I don't really think they give two damns about people, because certainly if they would, indict Binance, short-term perspective for Binance US might be something. Long-term for Binance as a whole, is that going to be a big deal? In a short-term perspective, volatility, yes, so that's potentially what you're talking about. But what is positive out of this, actually, is that they are maybe after all, and tell me what do you think down in the comments, they're maybe after all considerate that some people might get hurt because of this, and then maybe they will find finally a pathway to regulate things and finally let Binance and whomever else they didn't like, and Ripple, whatever, to pay off the fines, give the framework, the regulation, the proper one, and actually let people move on with changing the world in the financial sense. So we'll see how this develops, guys. I'm going to keep you guys updated because this is huge. Why? Because Binance controls like 60 to 70% of the market and probably even more. So if it goes down, and with all these implications, this certainly could send Bitcoin much lower. So this would be a huge catalyst, a huge player, and the effects could be similar to maybe something like FTX. Who really knows what is happening on the inside? But I'm gonna keep you guys updated. So there usually is no smoke without a fire, but there are certainly exceptions. And as always, peace and love. Thomas Krallo coming in live from beautiful California, Los Angeles. I mean, look at this view. Tell me, guys, if you would love to spend some time here in this pool with this insane view. I sure love this. And by the way, something really huge is coming up. I'm going to tell you about something in a few days. You will not believe what I came up with. Anyway, check out this quick tutorials to how to trade Bitcoin with proper risk and money management. And as always, peace and love, Thomas Krallo. Stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.